Hello students, in today's video we are going to solve another problem. So let us go through the problem first. Surya Limited and Uday Limited decided to amalgamate their business and form a new company called Suryodaya Limited, which will take over all the assets and liabilities of both the companies on the basis of following balance sheet. So let us go through the balance sheet. Share capital consists of shares of rupees 100 each, 12 lakhs for Surya Limited and 24 lakhs for Uday Limited. Reserves and surplus is given in the note. So general reserves 3,60,000 and 2,40,000. Surplus 2,40,000 and 1,20,000. Total is shown in the balance sheet. Next, current liabilities, in that creditors 6 lakhs for Surya Limited and 4,80,000 for Uday Limited. Next, assets, in that tangible assets only machinery 10,80,000 and 12 lakhs. Intangible assets, goodwill 3,60,000 for Surya Limited and 2,40,000 for Uday Limited. Patents only for Surya Limited 3 lakhs. Total is shown here. Then we have current assets, stock 4,20,000 and 9,60,000. Debtors 1,80,000 and 7,20,000. Cash 60,000 and 1,20,000. So this is the information about assets and liabilities. Following are the terms of agreement. The purchase consideration of Surya Limited is agreed at rupees 19,20,000 payable in fully paid shares of rupees 10 each. The purchase consideration of Uday Limited is agreed for an exchange of 12 shares of rupees 10 each fully paid in Suryodaya Limited. For every share in Uday Limited, prepare amalgamated balance sheet. So we have to understand these terms of agreement. I just read this statement once again and explain. The purchase consideration of Surya Limited is agreed at rupees 19,20,000 payable in fully paid shares of rupees 10 each. So here clearly they have given you the purchase consideration of Surya Limited, that is 19,20,000, and it will be paid in the shares of rupees 10 each. Okay, so directly they have given you purchase consideration, you need not calculate it once again. So this is the lump sum method of purchase consideration, wherein the agreed sum will be clearly given in the problem. So for Surya Limited, it is clearly given. So face value of the share is rupees 10. That will be 1,92,000 shares of rupees 10 each. So that will be purchase consideration of Surya Limited. Now let us understand the purchase consideration of Uday Limited. So the purchase consideration of Uday Limited is agreed for an exchange of 12 shares of rupees 10 each fully paid in Suryodaya Limited for every share in Uday Limited. So here exchange ratio is given. So using that we will have to calculate the purchase consideration for Uday Limited. So this problem is slightly different from the problem that we have solved. Okay, so let us start with the calculation of purchase consideration and then we will prepare the amalgamated balance sheets. Okay, so first we will calculate purchase consideration of Surya Limited. There is no need for any calculations because it is clearly given 19,20,000. So we can directly write the amount over here 19,20,000. Just for our understanding, as the face value of shares is given as 10, so we will write here the number of shares, that is 1,92,000. So this is the purchase consideration of Surya Limited. Now let us calculate the purchase consideration for Uday Limited. Now the purchase consideration of Uday Limited is agreed for an exchange of 12 shares of rupees 10 each fully paid in Suryodaya Limited for every share in Udaya Limited. So we have to understand this ratio. That is, you are going to get 12 shares in Suryodaya Limited for every share in Udaya Limited. So just write it down over here like this. One share in Udaya Limited is equal to 12 shares in Suryodaya Limited. So let us see what is the number of shares of Udaya Limited. Where is the number of shares? Here you will find the number of shares. The share capital of Udaya Limited is 24 lakhs. You have to divide it with 100 because the face value of shares is 100. So 24 lakhs divided by 100, that will be 24,000 shares. So if Udaya Limited is 24,000 shares, then what will be the number of shares in Suryodaya Limited? So this is the exchange ratio. You can just read it once again if you have not understood. Purchase consideration of Udaya Limited is agreed for exchange of 12 shares of rupees 10 each, fully paid in Suryodaya Limited for every share in Udaya Limited. For every means one share, you will get 12 shares. So if you have 24,000 shares, what will be the number of shares in Suryodaya Limited? So we have to cross multiply and find out. So we will take it here, 24,000 into 12 divided by 1. That will be 2,88,000 shares of, they are saying, rupees 10 each. So what will be the total purchase consideration? That will be 28,80,000. Okay, so this is the purchase consideration of both the companies. We can make total and keep if we want. So that will be 48 lakhs. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now why we have not made use of net assets method? Because clearly the terms of agreement are given wherein purchase consideration, how it is to be calculated, it is to be mentioned. So for Surya Limited, we have made use of lump sum method of purchase consideration, and for Uday Limited, we have used shares exchange method of purchase consideration as per the terms of agreement. And no need to calculate the number of shares because it is mentioned here already. Okay, so the next step is to prepare the amalgamated balance sheet. So the format of balance sheet is ready with us. So let us start preparing the balance sheet. Okay, so note number 1, share capital. In this problem, they have not mentioned the authorized capital anywhere, right? So there is no mention of authorized capital. So directly we will take paid up capital. Okay, so paid up capital, the shares of both the companies. So shares, you can find it out here. 1,92,000 shares of Surya Limited, and of Uday Limited it is 2,88,000 shares. So let us take it here. 1,92,000 plus 2,88,000. So total will be 4,80,000 shares of rupees 10 each. So your paid up capital will be 48 lakhs. So this will be shown in the balance sheet here. Note number 1, amount 48 lakhs. Okay. Next is reserves and surplus. So for reserves and surplus, again we have to pass our special note. So purchase price we have to consider with paid up capital. So first we will start with purchase price of Surya Limited. So purchase consideration of Surya Limited is 19,20,000 and that of Uday Limited it is 28,80,000. So let us take it here, 19,20,000 and 28,80,000. thousand less the paid up capitals. Now paid up capitals is given in the problem, which is 12 lakh and 24 lakhs. So let us take it here. Paid up capital for Surya Limited 12 lakhs, and for Uday Limited it is 24 lakhs. Alright, so let us now find out the difference. So purchase price is 19 lakh 20,000 and the paid up capital is 12 lakhs. So there is difference of 7 lakh 20,000. Now this difference is capital profit or loss? It is loss. Why loss? Because purchase price is more than the paid up capital. Now similarly for Uday Limited, the purchase price paid is 28 lakh 80,000, but the paid up capital is 24 lakhs. So there is difference of 4 lakh 80,000, which is also loss. So let us write it here, loss. Now what to do of this loss? This loss has to be set off with the reserves and surplus available with the companies. So let us see if any reserves and surplus are given. Yes, you can find it here. General reserve for Surya Limited 3,60,000 and for Uday Limited 2,40,000. So let us take it here. General reserve 3,60,000 and 2,40,000. Now next is profit and loss balance. So profit and loss balance is 2,40,000 and 1,20,000. So 2,40,000 and 1,20,000. Now from this loss you have to set off these balances. So 7,20,000 minus 3,60,000 and minus 2,40,000. There will be a balance of minus 1,20,000. Okay. And here also when you minus from 4,80,000, 2,40,000 and 1,20,000, you will get balance of 1,20,000. Okay. So this 1,20,000 plus 1,20,000 is loss. Why it is loss? Because the capital loss is more than reserves and surplus of the company. So this loss together it will be shown in the balance sheet. So what will be the total? That will be 2,40,000. Now because it is loss, we have to put a minus sign here, and same it will be shown in the balance sheet. So note number 2 here, minus 2,40,000. I hope this is clear. Okay, just understand the calculations, and because there is loss, it has to be shown in the balance sheet like that only. Okay, so next item in the balance sheet is creditors. So let us look for the creditors that are given in the problem. Creditors 6 lakhs and 4,80,000. Okay, so we have to make the total, that will be 10,80,000. Directly we will show it in the balance sheet, 10,80,000. So we are done with the liability side. Now we will look at the assets. So assets, first non-current assets, that tangible assets, machinery. Machinery is given 10,80,000 for Surya Limited and 12 lakhs for Uday Limited. So we have to make the total and show it in the balance sheet. So that will be 22,80,000. 22,80,000. Next is intangible assets. So let us take intangible assets. So here they have given it separately. So we will pass a note for this. So first we will take goodwill 3,60,000 and 2,40,000. So note number 3, goodwill 3,60,000 plus 2,40,000. Okay, so the total will be 6 lakhs in the outer column. Similarly, patents. Now, patents, you can see they are given only for Surya Limited, 3 lakhs, and it is nil for Uday Limited. So, directly we will take it in the outer column, 3 lakhs. So, the total of the intangible assets is 9 lakhs. This will be shown in the balance sheet. So, here intangible assets, note number 3, 9 lakhs. Okay. Next item is stock. So look at the stock that is given in the problem. Stock is 4,20,000 and 9,60,000. So total 13,80,000. We will show it in the balance sheet. 13,80,000. Next we have is debtors. So debtors 1,80,000 plus 7,20,000, that will be 9 lakhs. So we will show it in the balance sheet. And the last item is cash. So cash is 60,000 plus 1,20,000. So total 1,80,000. So we have taken all the assets and liabilities. Now let us make the total of the balance sheet. Let us first make the total of liability side. That will be 56,40,000. Okay. Similarly, we will make the total of asset side. The total is the same. That is 56,40,000. I hope you have understood the problem. With this, I conclude for today. Thank you.